Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski, I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. And this is non-farm payrolls Friday, so we should get some volatile movements today, especially that nobody knows what the number will be because of the government shutdown. So we do have one number in mind. Traders are expecting 165,000 jobs. Which would be a huge decrease from the previous number, from the December number. But nobody knows how the government shutdown will affect this reading. So far we had PMIs. As you can see, PMIs came slightly lower than expectations from Germany, in line with expectations from Eurozone. But the most important data today will be non-farm payrolls. And later we'll have in 6 hours ISM manufacturing PMI. As it is the last day of this week, we need to check what is going to happen in the first full week of February. So Monday we'll start with the trade balance data, factory orders from United States. On Tuesday we'll have important event for the Australian dollar. As you can see, trade balance, retail sales, but foremost the interest rate decision and rate statement. And Tuesday will be a PMI day across Eurozone and in United States. On Wednesday, we'll have President Trump's State of the Union address and GDP price index, important for the New Zealand dollar. On Thursday, employment data from New Zealand. We'll have also interest rate decision from Bank of England, inflation report, etc. And that would be it. So important day for the British pound. And on Friday, RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia monetary policy statement, also GDP from UK, and job data from Canada. So next week, maybe it will not be so busy as this week was, but definitely everybody should find interesting data to trade. With that being said, let's move to the charts. On charts, we still do have a bullish sentiment on oil. Now we do have a small correction, but it was expected. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of an upswing. We should see some kind of a correction. Maybe this correction will like to test the $103,007 for ounce as a closest support, because we all know that this area is super important resistance. So $1,300, $307 for ounce is a super important support right now, and maybe the price would like to test it maybe in the next week. But the thing is that as long as we stay above the orange area, the chances for the rise towards the green area, let's do it like this, are very, very high. So in my opinion, it's just a matter of time and that we will test the green area along with the blue line. Green area is horizontal, blue line is dynamic, is a descending line which connects recent lower highs. But the outcome of this is that we should see a further rise, and we should see the test of those two resistances. Bitcoin is still in a bit of a sideways trend. We were in this rectangle. We broke the lower line of this rectangle, which is supposed to give us a sell signal. But the price reversed. Actually, the price created this inverse head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. But then we broke the neckline, and the price was aiming higher. Well, here on Wednesday, on Thursday decline, on Friday we are more or less in the same place. I keep my outlook on Bitcoin as it was a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, that it's bearish, and I do see a further slide in the price of the Bitcoin. On the euro dollar, what do we a V-shaped reversal and a false breakout below this dynamic support, and also the bounce from this horizontal support. But the time for a correction came. It did not happen in a random place. You see the old school, old time resistance, which was with us since the beginning of November. Then here, 13th of November, I'm sorry, here is December, and there is January. After the breakout, it was tested as a support on 10th of January, then a resistance and a resistance again. Price closing today above the green line will be a super strong buy signal. Dollar index also reversed. This is they try to rescue this sentiment for dollar, and we will see if they will manage, because now, as you can see, we are on a very important resistance. This resistance is created by the old support. Support. Broken support becomes a resistance. So as long as we stay below the blue line, the sentiment is still negative for the dollar. Australian dollar to Canadian dollar, here the sideways trend continues. We will have a proper buy signal once the price will break the green line. But we are still below the green line, so there should be no further upswing. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, here, as you can see, very clean horizontal support. This is this flash crash from the beginning of the year, flash crash on yen, which obviously affected also Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. We can ignore this long tail. How we can approach this chart is simply to sell when the price will break the green line. Price closing a day below the green line will be an interesting, significant, legitimate signal to go short. Canadian dollar to Japanese yen, as you can see, the wedge continues, and buyers are really struggling to keep pushing the price higher, and it seems that we are getting closer and closer to the bearish breakout. I will watch this situation carefully, because in my opinion we should see a further downswing, because that's what the trend is. Maybe the price will manage to push to the upper line of the flag of the wedge, and then to test the green resistance, and after this we should see the downswing. How to trade it? Well, you can wait, you can still wait for the price to continue to go up, but price closing below the lower line of the wedge will be an invitation to go short. Swiss franc to Japanese yen, here to safe haven currencies. What we are having here is something like this. Maybe this line is not accurate. I think we can do something like this. It would be much better, because it respects those highs, those lows, those lows, those lows. But the thing is that there is no proper trading signal here. Actually, I can remove this chart. Euro to Canadian dollar, this one is very good. This one is really, really good. So what we are having here is a downtrend line, right? But that's the resistance of a pattern, and this pattern is a descending triangle. So there is a downswing, there is a descending triangle. And yesterday this descending triangle resulted with the breakout of the support. As you can see here, we broke the support. And today we are testing this support as a closest resistance. And on hourly chart, I saw this nice shooting star 2 hours ago, but this one from 1 hour ago ended. Actually, this candle ended 15 minutes ago, and this candle ended not in a bearish way, right? This is not a candle which should encourage us to open short position. So I will be patient here. Only the thing that the price is on a green resistance does not force you to open a short position, right? That's a good occasion to go short, but it does not mean that you should go short. The price can easily break this area or bounce or break. You never know. You will know you can get an edge over the market once you will see a reaction here. First reaction was bearish, but now the reaction is bullish. It looks like buyers want to break this resistance. So I will not open a position. I will just wait here for the situation to develop. If we have a long head here and then the price will reverse, yes, I may consider opening short position. Euro to British pound, what do we have here on a daily chart is a bounce from the super important support area. As you can see here, it's a very wide area. If you want to adjust it to the recent price movements, it should look something like this. We do have V-shaped reversal. Every bounce from this level was very promising, so maybe the history will repeat itself and the history will give us a proper upswing. Chances for a proper upswing will be bigger when the price will break this orange resistance. So yes, this is my view on Euro to British pound. Euro to New Zealand dollar, I seldom go to the short-term charts like M15, but something for the short-term traders out here. So what we have is a pennant. Pennant should result with a trend continuation pattern, so the breakout to the downside. But let's come back to the charts, chart for the big boys, so H4D1 for example. And well, the sentiment here is negative. The price making higher highs and high lows. The price started to make lower lows and lower highs. We should see a further decline here. So long-term situation is in line with the short-term situation. Now cable which is having a pennant. Those blue lines, as you can see here, is a pennant. Pennant is a trend continuation pattern. Trend before the pennant is bullish, as you can see, price making higher highs and higher lows, and then creates a pennant. Pennant promotes a further upswing. But today it does not look so optimistic. We had a test of the pennant here. We have a test of the lower line of the pennant here. As long as we are inside, every situation is possible. Actually, everything is possible in every second of the forex market. But the thing is that if you already have a pennant, there is a way to trade it. So the breakout of the upper line of this formation gives us a buy signal. Breakout of the lower line of this formation gives us a sell signal. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar. Resistance, support, support, and support. So what do we have here is also resistance, resistance, resistance. And now you can see that the price was pushing for this resistance, and eventually the price managed to break this this area. They managed to stop also this decline. So it all looks kind of positive for the buyers. Just one more thing, because we have this resistance here, which may actually be a proper target. So if you believe in this upswing, you can enter with the long position now. Stop loss should be below this line, and the take profit should be on this line. Or if you want to play it more aggressive, the one option here is buying here, stop loss below the daily lows, and take profit here. So potential profit is 4 times bigger than the potential loss, which makes it a decent trading opportunity with the proper risk to reward ratio. Let me check the weekly chart. The bounce from this horizontal support, yes, uptrend. So for me, everything looks positive here, which goes in line with my view on euro. Oh, as you can see, euro to Canadian dollar also went higher. My view here was negative, but I told you that I don't see a bounce, so most probably the price will go higher, and this is what is happening as we speak. So this is also a very important lesson for you right now. I told you that the situation looks bearish, that normally we should bounce from the resistance, okay? But this is the power of the price action, so wait for the price action to show you the direction. Here the price action was definitely positive because this resistance did not work. So if there is no sellers, the price cannot go down. The price is not going down, it means that there are no sellers, there are more buyers, so we don't want to be the opposite. Okay, here New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar positive, New Zealand dollar to Swiss franc. Do we have something interesting here? No, not really, so we can remove this chart. American dollar to Swiss franc. So yes, 2 days ago we were very positive here, but it got cancelled. Here on Wednesday, we all know what happened. On Wednesday we had FOMC. This dovish statement from FOMC, and also this reversal did not happen in a random place. As you can see, that is a proper horizontal resistance. There is a proper horizontal support here, and in my opinion, price breaking the lower orange line here will be an invitation to go short. Now, American dollar to Japanese yen, which is also having an interesting trading situation. So we can assume, we can say that this is a nice support. We can say that this is a nice horizontal resistance, but we can also say that this is a nice horizontal support here, actually, with those lows. So what we are having here, guys, are two dynamic supports which are already broken here and here, and we have head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder, which was also broken. So we broke dynamic supports, we broke horizontal support, and now buyers want to test the horizontal one as a resistance, but they are struggling. As you can see, they cannot push the price any higher, and this is also an interesting trading setup, like selling here with a potential target. Where is the potential target? I can say that it's at least here. So it also has interesting risk to reward ratio. Let's check. This is pretty sweet. So if you sell here, stop loss should be like somewhere here, 50 pips, 200 pips, 4 to 1 as well. So potential profit is 4 times bigger than the potential loss. If you ask me, that's for me a desirable risk to reward ratio. Okay guys, a quick recap of the situation here. So gold is definitely positive with the long-term outlook, with the long-term target on $1,357 per ounce, but there is a chance for the short-term bearish correction. And on Bitcoin, we are also negative for the Bitcoin. Our long-term target for the Bitcoin is $2,900. Euro dollar, well, it's hard to tell, but the breakout of the green line will give us a buy signal. A dollar index, as long as we stay below the blue line, there is a sell signal. Australian dollar to Canadian dollar, no signal. Here, breakout of the green line, sell signal. Canadian dollar to Japanese yen, bounce from the upper blue line and the green line, sell signal. Euro to Canadian dollar, there was a beautiful occasion to sell here, but the price did not show us bearish price action, so there is no trading signal here. Euro to British pound, actually a bounce here can be a proper signal, because look what it's happening here. When we will have a bounce here and the breakout of the orange line, that will be a head and shoulder formation and an end of this correction, so possibly a very good setup. Euro to New Zealand dollar, pennant should result with a drop. Cable pennant should result with an upswing. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar, that's a buy signal. American dollar to Swiss franc, breakout of the lower orange line, that will be a sell signal. American dollar to Japanese yen, I would call it a good selling opportunity. So guys, thanks very much for attending the daily analytical report. I hope you will benefit from this video, from this time that you invest with us here. Wish you all the best, and now short break, and after that a live trading session where I will show you my live trading account. In the meantime, visit our Twitter account and our website talpari.news. All the best guys, and see you in half an hour.